Cotton, white gold. Arguably the most important cash crop in the Indian perspective. Cotton in India occupies around 9 million hectares, supporting 60 million people. It is grown in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. It has been estimated that by the year 2020, the demand of cotton would be 24 million bales. To meet this huge demand, we need to take appropriate steps right away. Insect pests cost us dear. 40% of the total production cost goes into protection from pests. Still, losses to the tune of 50 to 60% in yields are common. Thus, the signal is clear. We need to gear up. A variety of pests such as jassids, thrips, whiteflies and others prove deleterious to the crop. Jassids suck the sap from the underside of the leaves. As a result, the leaves turn pale and curl downwards, leading to the drying up of the plants. Thrips lacerate the leaf tissues. The excretions of whiteflies and aphids provide substrate for development of sooty mold, which blacken the leaves and lint. During the reproductive phase of the crops, 3 types of bollworms render irreversible damage. The spotted bollworms bore into the shoots and also damage buds and bolls. American bollworm moths lay eggs on tender leaves and bracts. After hatching, the larvae initially damage the squares and later the buds, flowers and green bolls. Finally, they pupate in soil. Pink bollworms appear late in the season on the green and opening bolls. They destroy the seeds and impair the lint quality. Other pests include Spodoptera, grey weevil, semi-looper, leaf roller and red cotton bug. If insects are a bad dream, diseases are a nightmare. Parawilt, grey mildew, bacterial blight and various leaf spots are some of the major diseases in rain-fed situation. The suffering of cotton farmers is attributable to ignorance of and inaccessibility to scientifically viable methods to tackle the pest problems. In view of the continual vitiation of our cotton resources due to insect pests and diseases, immediate and effective action was called for. Our scientists stood up to the challenge. They came up with IPM, Integrated Pest Management Technology.
The tribal village Asta of district Nanded in Maharashtra state was selected for the project because of 2 reasons. First, this village represents the cotton growing conditions of more than 2 million hectares of cotton in central India, and second, this village experienced a very severe epidemic of Helicobacter armigera in 1997-98 and facing crop failures despite repeated insecticidal sprays. The farmers had almost decided to shift to other crops in subsequent years.
At Ashta, a bio-intensive integrated pest management module was validated over approximately 200 hectares under farmers' field conditions in farmers' participatory mode. The module relied much on naturally occurring bioagents, biopesticides and botanical tools. Earlier IPM models were not as effective as the current improved version, which included community approach. To ensure regular interactions, farmers' field school mode was adopted, the motto being common solutions to common problems. For a project of this level, mass motivation of farmers for community approach was a must. Early harvest and stock destruction are among the most effective cultural and mechanical practices for managing pink bollworm, particularly when it is done on community basis. Summer deep ploughing further destroys the resting stages of various pests.
आम्ही जे शेती करत होतो ते अनाठायी खर्च, अनाठायी औषधीचा वापर, अनाठायी खताचा वापर आणि याच्यामुळे नेमकं बोंडअळीला आम्ही एक प्रकारचं आमंत्रण देत होतो आणि ह्या एकात्मिक कीड व्यवस्थापनामध्ये आम्हाला नेमकं माहिती मिळाली.
IPM in Ashta followed a definite plan. Multiplicity of varieties was avoided. By selecting only 2 or 3 cultivars for the entire village. The seeds were treated with imidacloprid or thiomethoxam. This ensured thwarting pests in early stages of development. Synchronized sowing was done within a week in the entire village. Balanced use of fertilizers was adopted. Maize was planted as a border crop interspersed with cowpea. This provided substrate for build-up of ladybird beetle, chrysoperla, etc., and their eventual migration to cotton. A row of Citeria was planted between every 9th and 10th rows of cotton to enhance the activity of predatory birds. Sex pheromone traps were used exhaustively. Trichogramma chilonis was released twice in a season as per need. A week later, neem seed extract 5% was sprayed. This crude extract served as repellent and antifeedant to most of the insect pests. Application of HANPV was made based on the economic threshold levels of Helicoverpa armigera. Grey mildew was managed with carbendazim or wettable sulfur wherever required. Pigeon pea and chickpea crops, the main hosts for American bollworm, were also managed in an IPM mode through the use of NSKE and HANPV so as to reduce their carryover to the subsequent cotton crop. Use of IPM technology in Ashta provided much higher yields and returns as against use of only pesticides in Murli, an adjoining village.
सभी जने मिलकर हमारे गांव में एकात्मिक कीट नियंत्रण का प्रोग्राम का काम हमारे गांव में हम खेती में उसका इस्तेमाल किए. इस्तेमाल करने के बाद में हमको बहुत ही फ़ायदा हुआ है. उसके वजह से हमारे जो मकान हैं वो सीमेंट कंक्रीट के बन गए. पहले जो मिट्टी के बने हुए थे. उसके बाद में मैं जो काश्तकार हूँ, मेरे पास पहले पैदल चल के बाहर गांव को जाना पड़ता था. मेरे पास अभी मोटरसाइकिल है. और हमारे गांव के बाकी जो सारे जो लोग हैं इन्होंने ये एकात्मिक कीट नियंत्रण व्यवस्थापन के ऊपर जो पहले जो खर्चा होता था हमारे जो 4-5 साल पहले 7-8 साल पहले, जो खर्चा कम होने की वजह से हमारे गांव में सभी के पास गाड़ियां आ गए, घर अच्छे बन गए. हमारे बच्चे को पढ़ाने के लिए हर बड़े गांव को हम रख सकते हैं.
पहले 2 कुंटल आता था, अब 4 पे 5 पर आ गए हम, तो हमको इससे फायदा हुआ. और खरीदार भी हमारा सबकी माल मत्ता सभी गांव वालों को सुधर गए.
IPM resulted in substantial reduction in insect pest population. And considerable fillip to natural enemy population. Reduced pesticide use meant greater scope for natural force of defense to act. Natural enemies preyed on pests freely. The environmental benefits that accrue on use of IPM technology are immeasurable in terms of money. Prosperity is hugely conspicuous in Ashta. Modern amenities abound. People are happy and their expectations are soaring. Many villagers now own concrete houses and vehicles. Moving about in the village has become easy due to pakka roads. Children can now focus out and out on their studies. Farmers of Ashta have become adept at the use of IPM technology. Some have even taken it upon themselves to spread the magic of IPM to adjoining villages and districts.
ये जो मेरे जो अनुभव है ये इन जहाँ जहाँ खेत काश्तकार मिलते वहाँ वहाँ हमारे आईपीएम के अनुभव मैं बोलते रहता। और एक बड़ी आपके लिए एक मेरे लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है जहाँ जहाँ बहुत बड़े बड़े प्रोग्राम एग्रीकल्चर से आयोजित किया जाते वहाँ मेरे को आईपीएम का एक जानकार आदमी एक जानकार काश्तकार करके मैं बुलाता।
The success story of Ashta encouraged other villages to adopt bio-intensive technologies, and now the Nanded district is all set to step into a new era of cotton cultivation. The implementation of the IPM technology and its further spread relied on the active participation of farmers and collective efforts of scientific institutions and development agencies, particularly the State Agriculture Department of Maharashtra.
टेक्नोलॉजी मिशन ऑन कॉटन, इसमें ये नायगांव तहसील में हमने लगभग 20 डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन आईपीएम के दिए हैं। और आप सब जानते हैं नांदेड़ डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो किन्नौर तहसील है उसमें एक आष्टा नामक विलेज है, जिस विलेज का नाम आज पूरे भारत देश में गया है। वो जो मॉड्यूल है वही हमने यहाँ लागू किया है। इस बन्नी वैरायटी पे लास्ट 2 या 3 साल से अगर फार्मर्स के पास प्रैक्टिस किया हमने देखा था बहुत बोलवर्म का या जो अली बोलते हैं उसका अटैक बहुत सारा था। अगर आप दूसरी जगह फील्ड देखें तो उसमें जो बोलवर्म का अटैक काफ़ी था है। ये जो फील्ड दिख रहा है आईपीएम की फील्ड है, इसमें बोलवर्म का अटैक बहुत कम है।
IPM technology has raised the socio-economic status of farmers and rejuvenated the environment. Thanks to IPM technology, the inhabitants of Ashta are now leading a life of happiness and security. Also, Ashta has become a role model for IPM adoption in other villages and has been found indispensable to draw maximum benefit out of BT transgenic cotton.
काम करे वालो मशेती में काम करे वालो ए दिल्ली रो पूरी साहेब दिनो विचार शेत करी लो खून फेटियारो करो बाई खोलो मारे वावरे मरू फूटो धोलो मशेती में काम करे वालो ए विद्यापीठेरो लवे कर साहेब आयो अस टागड़े न कीचड़ कोनी जानो रे पानी कोनी जानो वावरो वावर फरो दिली त्यात पुरायो आत वोरो घणो उपकार रे।